Hello everyone and welcome for the second game that opposes Corvinus to Meomaika. We are here in the HAG WorldBattles and we want to see who is the first player of this amazing event. 4 players, 4 nationalities: France, Hungary, Denmark and Vietnam. We're gonna see who is the best. Corvinus, that represents the Hungary, that plays the Rus in a color purple, and in front of him Meomaika, that plays in a color orange, the House of Lancaster, and represents the Vietnam. So yeah, the winner of this match will be crowned the first player of this event, and the loser will face the winner of Valdemar versus Elyona in order to see exactly who is the second and who is the third player of this event. So this will be very, very cool. Rus versus Lancaster on this map that is called Meomaika. You can see here that we have the shoreline fish. And yeah, this is a very open map where you have a lot of deers in front of your base. And yeah, it feels like Rus is in a good spot here because House of Lancaster is a pretty difficult civilization in order to go out on the map. This is a very open map, as I said, and Rus is very, very strong in order to pro scout and stuff. So yeah, it feels kind of difficult for House of Lancaster here, and if Meomaika loses this game, it is over for Meomaika. Corvinus wins because this is a BO3, so this is quite important. I hope Meomaika is gonna figure out what to do in this game. But yeah, maybe something with these archers that are very strong. They have a good mobility. Whoa, we have the Abbey of the Kings, guys. I didn't expect that. A lot of time we see the manors with the I don't know how it's called, the building that allows you to have good manners. The Castle of Lancaster, I think this is something like that. And yeah, you can call like demi lancers and also some archers on the H3. This is very nice because you have a good economy and stuff. But here we're gonna see the Abbey of the Kings. We're gonna see Lancasters, Lord of Lancasters, and we're gonna see maybe some units that will be buffed with the HP and stuff. So this will be very cool. And I think you play that if you want to attack your opponent. It's kind of weird because Rus is kind of good on the H2, I think. It is a good civilization to do that, especially if you're gonna go with the pro scout and stuff. You're gonna do a lot of heavy cavalry and a lot of archers. You have a lot of bonuses with them, like you have the bounty. You have also the fact that you collect like food faster if you have your bounty. You have also the fact that when you do a wooden fortress, you collect 20% more wood. You have a good army composition. You have a lot of stuff to do, and also you can do your scouts directly from your hunting cabins. So yeah, you have a lot of bonuses with Rus, but we're still gonna do some manners. Pretty interesting. We're not gonna go full aggression here from Meomaika. We're just gonna have our Lord of Lancaster, and I have to say it, this unit is very strong. This is very, very tanky. This is very, very... yeah, this is a very interesting unit. It feels like Meomaika wants to counter a little bit his opponent, forcing him to do some units and to boom with his economy at the same time. You can see here the HP of this unit. It's like a lot of HP. It's also a lot of damage. The problem with this unit is the mobility, of course, but this is very, very tanky, and this is very cool because it gives 5% max health more on the units that are around him. And yeah, it is something that stacks. If you have 4 Lords of Lancaster, you have 20% more HP. So this is very, very strong. Hello Anthony, how are you doing? So guys, we are on Twitch. Don't hesitate to come and watch us. Sometimes I do stuff in French, sometimes I do stuff in English. And yeah, here the goal is to share the most as I can on AoE 4. This is my passion. So yeah, don't hesitate to come and see me. If I'm speaking in French, don't hesitate to ask questions in English. I'm always glad to share. Yeah, this is cool. So maybe you noticed in my accent that I'm not an English speaker, native English speaker. I try my best. And yeah, don't hesitate to subscribe also if you like the comments here, different stuff that I do. Here the Pro Scout is happening, and yeah, the Lord of Lancaster is burning down this hunting cabin, and it can be very annoying for Corvinus because this is 24 gold per minute. This is a lot. And here we are gonna have 3 manors. Maybe we will stop on 3 manors and we will go on fast stage 3. Why are we going that much on the gold? Like, this is a lot of villagers, this is a lot of idle time. What is happening? 15 villagers at the beginning of the game on gold. What? What are we gonna see here? I don't know what you can do with this civilization with that much gold. It feels like this is a fast H3 because you have the manors that produces a lot of food. And this seems like interesting because you have the Abbey of the King. If you go fast H3, you can do a lot of knights. And the knights are very cool with this civilization because they have something, I don't know exactly, but the technology gives +6 damage versus heavy units for your knights. And if your knights are wounded, you can come here and heal them with the Abbey of the King. So it feels like very, very, very strong to do that with this civilization. And it feels like Meomaika, it's not the first time that he does this because his economy is very, very well to do a fast H3. He managed to destroy this hunting cabin, and Corvinus, on the other hand, is taking all the deers of the map. Well, only those that are near his base right now, but maybe he will try to take the ones that are far. Thank you for the sub, Poulet Jaune, thank you so much. 6 months here. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the support on this channel. And yeah, with the manors, as I said, you can produce like 60 food per minute per manor. So this gives you 180 food per minute. So yeah, perfect. Perfect for Meomaika. What? Okay, I understand. So I said before that you have a technology with the civilization for your knights that gives you +6 damage on your knights on heavy units. But if you do the White Tower, you don't have that technology. This is only if you do the other landmark. I don't know how it's called. Sorry, I'm not used to the names yet. But yeah, with the White Tower, what happens is that it gives you some Earl's Guard. This is the man-at-arm of the House of Lancaster. And yeah, we're gonna do some stables. So we have 2 very good units here from Meomaika. We will have knights plus Earl's Guard very, very fast on the game. It will allow Meomaika to defend those scouts. Very interesting gameplay from him. You can see we have 3 Earl's Guard per keep that we are gonna do on the map. So yeah, here we will be able to defend this. And also what is very interesting is that the Lord of Lancaster is very strong with those units, because if you're taking like +5% health on a unit that has like 80 health, it's not a lot. But if you have like 160 health, this is better. They are frogging daggers and killing this scout. Very interesting. But here we are gonna take some deers from Corvinus side, so this is kind of cool. We have 2 knights and another 2 knights that are coming here. We're gonna take the deers from Meomaika, and we're gonna push Corvinus. Corvinus that is already H3, and it feels like very difficult for Meomaika because Corvinus is very fast on his H3. Gonna take all his relics, all the relics of the map. We're gonna do a monastery also from Meomaika. We're gonna try to deny that and take them take it for us. Yeah, we have more army from Meomaika side, but we will have some very good units to counter those Earl's Guard and also those knights. We are gonna do some crossbows. What? It feels like horse archers are better because you want to have the control of the map, you want to have mobility because you want to take relics, you want to take also the deers here, and if you have mobility, you can attack your opponent, especially on those points like here, taking down all the villagers and stuff. But if you do crossbows, you cannot go out on the map because you can be cashed, you can be killed very easily because you have low mobility. So yeah, this is good to defend, but this is not good to attack. Maybe Corvinus will do some crossbows at the beginning in order to defend pretty, better the aggression from Meomaika. And then he will do, this is the case. He will do then the horse archer in order to have the mobility. This is very interesting from him. Like, you have a better defense with the crossbows, and then you have the mobility thanks to the horse archers. We're gonna take this relic here, and it feels quite difficult for Meomaika because we have a lot of deers here from Corvinus' side. Can check the economy. Well, it's kind of even. It's kind of even because we have the 3 manors here. The important stuff is to have some relics from Meomaika. Where is... Okay, there is a monk here. The relic spawn is in favor of Corvinus, it feels like. No. No, this is not. Because we had a relic here. Yeah, no, this is even. Okay, very interesting. We're gonna see some more manors right now. And yeah, we are... okay, so we managed to kill the monk. So this is cool, but we lost 2 knights to do that. So yeah, this is... I think this is pretty expensive to do this trade, but yeah. And here the horse archers are gonna chase the knights away. I'm interested to see how the Earl's Guard will do versus the horse archers. Yeah, okay, this is not... This is, this is okay damage, but this is not insane. Why do we take the fight here from Meomaika? This is, not cool. We are gonna lose all our units. And do we switch units? Yes, we are switching units. We are gonna do Hobelar. The special units from House of Lancaster. There is a lot of special units with those 2 new civilizations. It feels like very nice. The Hobelar is a unit that costs cheap, but they are not that good compared to a normal horseman. And also they cost gold. This is something that is not cool for a unit that you want to spam. Because yeah, gold is kind of difficult to have, especially with the House of Lancaster. That is a civilization where you're gonna stay at home, stay in your base, building some manors and stuff. And how do you do that? How do you take gold if you want to stay in your base? You see what I mean? Like, here we have a pretty good spot from Meomaika because we have 2 golds in the back. But if it's not the case, if the golds are in front of your base, how do you do? Very good pressure here from Meomaika, trying to do damage to his opponent. And yeah, the relics will be like 3-2. Feels like okay. And what is interesting here is that Meomaika will have a very good timing here versus Corvinus. Because Corvinus will lack of food pretty soon, I feel like. But Meomaika will not, because he will have all his manors, that is passive economy, so he will not lack of any food. But he will, he will lack of food with his villagers, but he can do more manors and stuff. He can farm transition, as well as the Rus, and he will be able to produce more, it feels like. But yeah, no, okay, this is not true because of those 6 deers that have been stolen from Corvinus. This is insane. Very well played from Corvinus, taking all the deers of his opponent. No, this is not good. This is not good. We are gonna dive under the white tower, but this is not working, of course. We have a lot of Hobelar. Very good, well played from Meomaika. We're gonna see this unit, and there is only archers here from Corvinus. I'm looking forward to see exactly what the Hobelar are doing. They have the same move speed as normal light cavalry, but they have less damage, and yeah, it feels like they have more range armor. Or is it just me? I don't know exactly. It feels like the veteran light cavalry, normal light cavalry, is like 3. But I'm not sure about this. Oh, very good fight from Meomaika. He's surrounding his enemy. Corvinus wasn't paying attention. He's losing everything. Ooh, this is very nice from Meomaika. He destroyed everything from his opponent without losing any unit. Well, maybe 1 or 2, but wow. This was an insane fight from Meomaika, surrounding the enemy. But now the knights are here. And be careful about the Wololo. Okay, another one. Another one. Okay, we have another Wololo. We have to pay attention here to do not lose any unit. Whoa, okay, this one wouldn't go out. This unit wanted to be Wololoed, like... Okay, we can kill the wooden fortress. There is a sprinkle emplacement right now, but are we able to protect? We're surrounding the villagers and we're gonna kill some of them, it feels like. But, well, the Obolar are not that bad. Well, this is not insane, but... Okay. Very good trade here from Meomaika, and the mistake of Corvinus cost him a lot of stuff. Contesting the sacred site thanks to the Lord of Lancaster and also some Hobolars. More gold. And how many manors do we have? Like 8? And we're gonna be able to have the 9th one. So this is a pretty good economy from Meomaika. And sometimes Corvinus will lack of food. And at this timing it will be very nice from Meomaika. But it feels like Meomaika will also lack of food at the same timing. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see. Where's the army of Meomaika? Okay, it's at home, healing. So that's what is cool with this Abbey of the King stuff. Like, you can have healing from your units that are wounded, so... Yeah, it feels like very, very nice. But it's not as strong as I thought, as I expected. Like, I was expecting to spam a lot of knights and then your knights are wounded, then you heal them. But it's very difficult to do. It feels strong, but it's only in theory because it's very difficult to take out knights of a fight and heal them with this building. Especially if you don't have a lot of knights, they can be sniped pretty easily. And if your opponent has a lot of units, he can just right click on one knight and kill them one by one. So you cannot really heal them. This is cool, but not very strong in my opinion. Because it's difficult to do. Again. Very good raid here from Meomaika. He's trying to kill some villagers, surrounding them, blocking them. Yeah, very good stuff. Very good work here from Meomaika, killing a lot of villagers here. 16 villagers down. This is a very good job from Meomaika. Very good aggression. It's pretty weird because Lancaster is not supposed to put pressure on the opponent. Like, not like this at least. It's supposed to play more on the archers and on the spearmen, but Meomaika thinks otherwise, and also he thinks like, versus the Rus, I have to put pressure, otherwise he will destroy me. And he's right. He's destroying so much villagers to his opponent, but still, his opponent managed to have the same army value. And yeah, they destroyed pretty much the same army from each other, so... Imagine if Meomaika wasn't able to kill all those villagers. The economy would be very difficult for Meomaika. You see what I mean? Like, yeah, the economy is pretty much the same. Even if Meomaika killed like 16 villagers. So very good work from him. Because, yeah, the matchup feels hard. I don't think Lancaster is that strong at the moment. It was very, very strong at the beginning of the DLC, but right now they don't feel as strong. And also all the pro players are not banning this civilization anymore because, well, it doesn't feel strong again. They have a lot of weaknesses. And yeah. The manors are cool, but they are not broken. What is broken with this civilization is the archers. But if you play with cavalry, well, the opponent cannot play with the archers. You see what I mean? So, yeah. They have trouble dealing with knights, with heavy units in general. And we have a transition with the yeomen. The yeomen are very strong because they have good mobility. And they can snipe also with the synchronized shot. If you have a lot of them, this is insanely strong. But you have to have like at least 40 of them to be very strong, especially with this synchronized shot. Be careful here, Meomaika. There is a very strong aggression here from Corvinus. Will Meomaika be able to defend? As you can see here, the army value is insane from Corvinus, even if he is 20 villagers down from his opponent. The Rus economy is very strong. But here Meomaika manages to have a lot of farms. Good pressure here again with those hobilars. He took a lot of damage from those hobilar. It is a good unit in order to kill villagers because you can spam them a lot and block units. Even if you don't do so much damage, like you have a lot of them and you can spam attacking on gold, on the trees, also on the food and stuff. So a lot of different points of attack, of aggression, and this is very cool. Will Meomaika be able to defend? I'm really wondering. It feels very difficult to defend against this army. There is a lot of army. And as you can see, the matchup is not that good for House of Lancaster. Rus is a very good civilization against them. We have the synchronized shot. Will we use it versus the horse archers? Maybe. We'll be able to take down all the knights. And the hobilar goes in, taking down those horse archers. And yeah, we will be able to defend. This is quite surprising. But there was a lot of spearmen. And all the knights stayed in front of the spearmen. Like, Corvinus didn't really micro this. Like, he just A-move on the enemy's base. And yeah, if you do that against spearmen, especially with those spearmen that debuff the armor of the enemy, it feels like not a good move. So very good defense here from Meomaika. Maybe Corvinus was surprised by the amount of units that Meomaika did. But this is quite impressive because the army value was very in favor of Corvinus. We didn't use the synchronized shots. Do we have the technology? It feels like we have it, but yeah, we have it. Or maybe we hadn't when there was the fight. It feels like over for Corvinus right now. How do we face this army? And this is something also with the House of Lancaster. They don't have an insane economy, but the army they have is very strong. Especially those yeomen. The spearmen are cool. Okay, we have Springles here. Very interesting here from Corvinus in order to deal with those spearmen. But how do we deal with the yeomen? That's the question. Very good defense here from Corvinus. Those Springles are cool. Oh, this deals a lot of damage even to archers. But the archers can also take down the Springles because they don't have a lot of ranged armor. Very good defense. He will manage to defend here. But the problem is the lack of food right now. How do we deal with that? We don't have any farm transition. And Meomaika did his farm transition. So yeah, we will have a problem here from Corvinus' side. But if we manage to defend with those siege units, it can be okay. We have to do some mangonels. Okay, it's synchronized shot. And we can synchronize shot those Pringles if you have enough of archers. Okay, we destroyed every single Springle we had. Very well played. Yeah, those Springles are very weak against archers. This is a very good unit in order to deal with infantry units, infantry melee units, but yeah. Corvinus that lose more villagers against Pringles. Yeah. And we can spam a lot of units because we have so many resources right now. We don't even take gold. It doesn't... Yeah. As I said, they have very good units. Like, the composition of spearmen plus archers is very, very cool because you have very good units for that. The spearmen can debuff -1/-1 armor. The yeomen have more range and also more movement speed. And also the synchronized shot. So this is very good army. And it's cheap, like it costs you only some food and wood. And so you don't have to mine gold. But it is low mobility at the beginning of the game, and against the pro scout it's not that cool. That's why Meomaika didn't make this army at the beginning of the game, if you're wondering. Because it's not as efficient at the beginning of the game. But here right now it's very, very, very strong. Because we have the control of the map. We have enough economy in order to do so. We did enough damage to the opponent in order to do that, and to do not be catched like with a lot of cavalry that comes and destroy all our archers or stuff like that. There is a lot of Springles. Synchronized shot. We're losing a lot of army here from Meomaika's side. 10 Springles. Corvinus thinks this is his chance. Like, I have to do Springles in order to defend. It feels weird against yeomen, because yeomens are very, very strong. You saw that against those Springles. Maybe some mangonels with this with those Springles, and you are quite strong. But yeah, if you do Springles and mangonels, you cannot do your farm transition, and then you do not have any farms. You do not have any food either. And if you don't have food, well, you cannot produce any units. Yeah, you can with the Golden Gate, of course, but this is not enough. You have to have a little bit of front lane in order to protect this, because if Meomaika does like full cavalry units and there is no front lane in front of those Springles and mangonels, then it's kind of over from Corvinus. The damage of those Springles, this is insane. This is very, very strong. We choose to do some heavy cavalry in order to protect our siege. Why not? It feels cool, but it feels like very expensive on food. Very heavy on food. We destroy here those archers with those Springles. The synchronized shot that will be... No, it will not take down those Springles. This is a good trade for Corvinus, no? I don't know. Pretty weird. And on the other hand, Meomaika. Yeah, the problem of the army of Meomaika is that it's strong, but it doesn't cost any gold, and then it's not as strong as an army that costs gold, in my opinion. But yeah, you're facing knights with archers, and that's the problem. Also, the men-at-arms are quite tanky from those archers. The synchronized shot doesn't do any damage to those heavy units. I don't know exactly the damages of the synchronized shot, but very good defense here from Corvinus. This is quite impressive because he was in a pretty tough spot, and I thought he was dead, but no, he managed to defend. This is quite impressive, but he... Okay, I wanted to say he didn't have any farm, but yeah, he's farm transitioning right now. 2 sacred sites from Meomaika. And yeah, an H4 is happening here. We have so much. The economy on food is insane. Like we have 3,000 food per minute. We have the Wingard Palace, and again we will do some very good units for a cheap cost. That's what is strong with this civilization. You can have very good units for not a high cost. And if we have those archers that have the... how's it called? Oh, okay, we changed and we do the Berkshire Palace because we saw the opponent coming into our base. This is a good choice to switch like this if you see your opponent coming and wanting to push you. This can defend you very well. The Berkshire is a very good landmark to defend. Okay, we can do this in order to have gold from manors. But we want the yeoman on elite first. In order to defend, of course. And yeah, the problem here is the gold. Okay, we have some villagers here on the gold, so it's kind of okay. We're gonna push the opponent. And we know Corvinus is not high on mobility because he has some siege. So we're gonna go directly in his base and do damage. This is a good stuff to do from Meomaika. This is very interesting from him. Like, Corvinus is not able to go back on his base because the Springles are low mobility. Very well played. We are taking the most villagers as we can, and the synchronized shot can be very hurtful if we manage to take, like, for example, here. Yeah, this is dodged from Corvinus. Very well played. We take down those relics, and all those Springles come back. We send some rams in the base of the enemy. Rams feels weak against Berkshire because, well, you can heal, you can repair the building. Yeah, we kill a lot of villagers here. The yeomen are in elite right now. We have more army here. Maybe we'll try to defend with that. The Berkshire was a very good choice because we can snipe some units right now. We can pull some villagers in order to defend better and also to repair the building. A lot of rams and a good defense is happening right now with those yeomens. Okay, we have the defense here with those Springles, but we lost a lot of our yield time and a lot of villagers here from Corvinus. But if this push manages to succeed, it will not. There is not any army anymore. There is only the battering ram, and this is not enough. Springles are coming here. And this is a very good move from Meomaika, like attacking his opponent at this timing was very, very interesting. Because if he was only defending, I'm not sure he could be able to defend with those Springles and stuff, because the Springles weren't here on all the fight that happened here. So this is a very good call from Meomaika. Very great game. 1-1 Corvinus versus Meomaika. We are gonna catch the next game in the next video, guys. Don't hesitate to like and subscribe if you liked it. And yeah, don't hesitate to go and watch HAG, of course, because we are creating a lot of events on AoE4. And see you in the next one. Bye.